Welcome back to Building for 30 Minutes. I'm just Jolin. In this series, I set a timer for myself for 30 minutes, and I have that period to build something within a plot. This is a 25 by 25 plot, and I don't have to fill it, but I have to put something in it, right? I have to build something. And the idea of this challenge is that I cannot keep building after the timer ends, and I cannot return to a previous build after the timer ends. So I cannot go back this episode and continue working on this tree. This tree that we built last episode is the finished product. This is what, this will not be any more work on it. What I built here is what this is. And so there are flaws, there are things I want to change. Even now, I can see things I want to kind of go in and change. I cannot do that. I can recreate this. I can make a new tree right here, the same style, and make different or change things, but I cannot go back and edit this one. So that is the idea of it. And kind of just to expand my building experience, I want to increase my texturing capabilities. I want to be able to use different types of blocks to kind of make it pop more. I want to learn how to shade. I did some of that last time, and I think this is working really well with the spruce and the leaves. I am considering taking off the shaders so I can build in just simply, or in just simple vanilla no shaders, just to kind of get more experience with the shading because I'm kind of cheating with the natural shadows. If that's something you guys have an opinion on, let me know, and I'd be happy to do either one. Either leave it on or take it off and kind of build and get that experience without the kind of help. But yeah, I think that this is fine for what it was. This episode, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I think I might just start placing some blocks down and see where it goes. I'm thinking something, not that I want to keep a pattern of like kind of flora, but I thinking something maybe agricultural or just something. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start my timer for 30 minutes and then see what happens. All right, so the timer is going, and I'm just gonna go in this in natural blocks and just kind of throw some random things in here just to see what we can make with it. I do like moss, so I'll get some moss. I'll do some of this, some of this as well. And oops, that's gonna, okay. So let's throw that up here. And let's just see what comes up with what we make. I don't really know exactly what I'm going for here, but let's just see if anything happens with this. I am actually starting to get a little bit of a vision. Again, not to keep on the topic of trees and stuff, but I'm thinking maybe just like a little kind of pathway through a forest, because I do want to get experience building more trees. Right, I'm not going to build trees every single episode, but I think custom trees are definitely something I want to get like accustomed to. That's way too much gravel. So let's just do like a foundation of podzol, and then go in and make changes when needed. And I think I'm going to go for some type of like, not redwoods, but no, maybe even redwoods. Maybe just something like Pacific Northwestern. I grew up in Northern California, so have seen the redwoods a few times, and I don't know, something maybe like that. So something I want to kind of figure out is how to transition from gravel to podzol like this, because these are very two different opposing colors, and so I want to figure out how can I transition from one to the other. Is this gonna stay? It's not gonna stay. That's annoying, but I could definitely put like water underground, but that's just a lot of effort. So maybe instead of using gravel, I do this. It's again with the shaders, it's hard because the shaders kind of illuminates everything, so it's harder to kind of make those colors contrast or like kind of go into each other naturally. That is something that I need to figure out how to do because that is an obstacle that I'm facing. So how do I want to transition? How do I want to? No. This is a hard one. Maybe for now, keep it puzzle. Focus on getting the, everything else that I want to get built up. And then we can come back and worry about this afterwards. Because I do want to focus on this as well. And I want to kind of cover every, or kind of get every angle of this build. But I think for starters, just getting everything popped up is what's important. So let's get some spruce wood. Yeah. So I did actually watch a few videos just on different, not on purpose, just on what comes across my feed, but on what comes across my, sorry. I did watch a few videos on building trees, and something that kind of popped up in my head that I kind of forgot to do is using walls, because the walls are a great way to transition from, or I guess using that's not a good example, but from big blocks to this, like that gives more of a natural. So I'm going to try actually implementing that a little bit more in these builds. So let's just see how this kind of plays out. You know what? Not bad. I think I don't hate it. So the question is, should I be doing this as well? No, wait. That's not right. No, I think that's fine. I think this looks good. So let's just do some more of those, actually. I think the nether brick actually might work better than the mud. Let's try making this a little bigger. I just want to see how large I can go with it kind of seeming natural. That's a little big, I feel like, but let's just see. So I did like that. Okay, yeah. How does that feel down here when you're walking through? I think with more, I think this will be fine. I think that's gonna be. I think that'll look like decent enough, just with more trees. So I think let's just get some others popped up. And let's do like little baby ones too. Let's do like a little, like this. Oops. Come on. No, that doesn't look good. What about if we do like better, but I just don't like. This one's hard. This one's a little harder to do. Smaller one's a little harder to do. I feel like working on a smaller scale is something that's important, but just difficult. But it's something I really do want to learn at some point in my building experience. Let's just do some more over here then. Okay, let's do like a shorter one. This was like a newer tree. Let's also get some dark oak. Oops. Some dark oak fencing. And this isn't so much redwoodsy as it is just kind of like, not sequoia-y, but you know what I mean? Like, just like, not, I mean, yeah, these aren't redwood style leaves. Redwoods are a lot more like, kind of, one, they're a lot thicker. They're also just very much like sprawled out versus these are just more like pines where they're just kind of very close together. And, or not close together, but the leaves structure is just very much like kind of close, right? Not like branching out. But I really want to give it like a scale of what, an idea of like, what walls do I have? Where like these like smaller ones are like growing closer so you can like see them more. I don't know. I want to like advertise like the new growth and like vegetation. There we go. I also want like just very bare bones, but it's not really like smaller leaves I can do that I don't think I can, at least. I mean, like maybe banners, I doubt it, but let's see if this works. No, it does not. That does not. Does not work at all. As best I can do, just something like this. Because I think the issue is that like if I'm going for like smaller, not ferns, but like saplings, right? But these leaf blocks are just too big for the scale of it. I don't really have anything smaller to work with. I can do that. We're just about halfway done at this session so far, so I'm going to just kind of speed through some more of these trees. I just want to get things kind of going. I need my wall. Where did my wall go? Right here. And ideally, the idea for this build is just to have these trees so close together that it's kind of hard to see the sun straight through the sky, right? So it's going to be like a little shady and just have some like really nice sunlight coming through, but I don't think I'll be able to get that much done within the time frame. But this is more just this project, or this series is more just like kind of like a project and kind of like test place, but like with a challenge, right? So I can always come back to this world and like look at a build and go, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do that in my cerebral world, or I'll build it in creative or something and just build it later. So this is a good like foundation. It's just, God, I really wish I could improve on it now. I also hope that I can get to the point in building where I can kind of talk without or I don't have to think and talk at the same time, because I really do have problems with kind of like thinking about what I'm doing in the moment versus like having an entirely unrelated conversation. So I'd love to be sitting here and talking with you guys, or like talking to you guys and like sharing my experience and thoughts about the world and stuff. And I do want to do that eventually, but I just don't have like in order to be able to focus, I just need to kind of do this. And I could do like voiceovers. I could maybe just record these in silence and do my building and then record over them. And maybe I'll do that for something else in the future. But I also kind of want to be present and like engaged within the video itself. So I don't know, it's kind of hard. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that. Again, maybe if you guys have any feedback or ideas for that, you could help. I don't know. I struggle a lot with kind of maintaining focus on building and talking about just other things. Let me get some ferns going. It all just feels so one-dimensional. That's the issue with kind of giving myself a limit, is I just don't have the time to kind of make it or bring it to its full potential that I feel like I could. Because I also want to do like different tree types. I don't want them to be just looking like this, right? I don't want it to look like that, but at the same time, I want to make it feel real, right? So you're gonna have a lot of the same tree types, but I also want to mix it up every now and then. But I just don't have the time frame to figure that out. And that is, I think, a weakness of this series. But like I keep saying, the point is to challenge myself, and I can always come back and figure it out later. Let's do a little bit of a bigger one up here. Do like, let's try the rules of 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. No, cause I don't want to be that big. So let's do that and then just that. And let's see how this looks. This is looking better, right? This is looking a lot better. I just wish I had more variations. So there's some bigger trees in the back here. Got about 10 minutes left, so still some decent time. I can probably make some better progress. And maybe, if I'm lucky, add some variation to the tree types, but I think the important thing is establishing this first. I need some over here as well. This is looking a lot better. I actually am kind of getting happy, or I am happy with how this is turning out. I just getting frustrated with myself over my own rules that I set. And of course I can go back and change them, right? But then what's the point of even starting in the first place, right? The point is that I want to challenge myself. So I'm not going to like everything I'm building. I'm not going to be satisfied, probably rarely with any of these builds, because right, I guess I'm cutting myself off before they're complete, really. It's more just a how fast can I, how complete can I get them to be before the time runs out. And it's hard because I'm visualizing these in real time. I'm not coming up with plans. I'm not like thinking, oh, this is what I'm going to build. Maybe I'll start before, right before recording, I'll think, what do I want to do today? But I'm not spending like the day beforehand or whatever coming up with ideas. It's all in real time. So I get new ideas all the time while building it. And it's just hard because I know I won't be able to make those happen. See, we are at 7 minutes left. So I think now is a good time to switch gears. I still want more trees, but I think it's also good to get some of this done. So let's get some browns. Isn't there like a gray that looks like brown? Yes, this one. Right, what do you look like? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So let's get some of these and just start going through this, right? And changing this up a bit. This isn't textured enough, I don't think. I don't think we'll use that. Or you. what I need is texturing. How do you guys look as floor? And then let's get a little bit of gravel, right? What about suspicious gravel? I would also like to if I had time, I wanted to go through and like kind of customize and texturize the entire ground. I just don't have time for it. But do we have any good flowers I can throw down? So these and leaves. And I'll get some bushes. Get some ferns going throughout this. Just want to make it feel really leafy. Oops. Actually, do we have any leaf blocks that would look good? To kind of make like a little like bush effect. Oops. Actually, wait, what about... Maybe it's just because the spruce looks so much thicker. What about this? How does this look? Or if we just do like that. No. No. Don't like it. Let's have some wildflowers going as well back here. See, honestly, this is probably my favorite part. I just love going and adding these little details in. I think this is probably my favorite part of these builds. And I really want to keep going and do more of this. I have about 2.5 minutes left. I just really want to go. I just want to keep going like this. I feel like this just really adds things, makes it more alive. I could try to add in, just in the last few minutes, like a few more trees. I want the borders to feel closed in. I don't really want like you to be able to kind of see through to the other builds, but at least with this kind of build, I really kind of want it to be its own self-contained thing, and that's really hard to do with this time constraint. Man, I'm pretty much out of time with this too. I will do what I can within the last few minutes. Maybe just do some more bushes and ferns. Just at least make it feel a little bit more closed off, right? Yeah, I think I should have just tried to replace the ground from the start, because I feel like with these kinds of forests, like you don't really, it's not just like grass like this, right? It's dirt, and earth and soil, same thing, but it's like peat and all that, and yep, all right, there's the timer. Okay, so that is this 30-minute session done. We did this nice little cute path, and you know what? I don't hate it. I think this is cute. I like it a lot. I want more trees. I really want more trees in here, just to make it feel more like a completed forest. But again, not awful. I think the main benefit from this build that I found is probably the path and the floor. I think this area right here looks really good. I was a little doubtful about the wool, but honestly, the wool helps out a lot. Like I said, if I could just make all of this grass into like a combination of dirt and gravel and stuff, oh my god, this would look so much better. Um, but now I know, right? This is another learning experience. Is I should have gone with that at the start. So maybe next time I do something like this, I start with a base to make sure the ground looks established and well, pardon me, and kind of like fitting to the actual build itself. But I didn't really know that until I built these trees, right? I didn't really see that I needed that until this part. So it's not just such an easy answer as to just what to do next time. It's kind of a learning process. But again, I really like this. I think this is looking great. This is something that I'm proud of. I think this combined with the trunk of the tree, I think is also my favorite over here. This, I didn't say it last time, but I think this probably is my favorite part right here. I think I did really well. The kind of natural progression, the slabs and stairs really add to it. I've seen those used a lot before, but I don't really know why or how to implement them. Um, but no, this and then the floor over here, I think, or the path, I think, is pretty dang good, and I am happy with how this is looking so far. Like I said, it probably won't be trees every time, but I do love doing like nature builds, and I want to do more of those as well. So who knows? Maybe next time will be a tree. Maybe it'll be something completely unrelated, and will kind of ruin the entire scenery of this. But honestly, I'm not upset with it. Yeah. So if you did like this video, please show support, give me a like as well as comment, and then if you haven't already, please subscribe. I do want to get to 30 subscribers by the end of March. That would be really great. So if you do have any feedback or criticisms or anything like that you want to share, please let me know in the comments. If you want to give me a build idea or a suggestion, who knows, I might build it and I'll put your name on it, of course. So yeah, if you do have any comments or anything like that, feel free to drop them below. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.